and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Bob Shub, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
I would also assume we're the most ugly. Today we're going to talk about my favorite home office setup for 2021. I think this is a very pertinent topic, Brad, because unfortunately I think COVID's with us for another season, and a lot of people are going to be working from home. A lot of people I think are now at home permanently.
Right, it just works out better.
Yeah, it does. So a lot of you are going to have to set up a home office, and we're going to give you some hints so you have good comfort and you have good lighting and all that.
Right, save your body because you don't want to wear it out working. And working at a desk improperly will beat your body up. All
right, now let's go to number one.
All right.
First off, I know this is really understandable and people know what I'm saying here, that it's obvious. You should try to have a private office. But some of you are not going to be able to. I mean, our first living arrangement with my wife was an efficiency. We had a kitchen and a bedroom.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
My weight system was in the bedroom, my weight bench and everything. So
yeah, that was the good old days.
But if it's possible, if there is a spare room, you want to use that because you're going to have Zoom meetings. And I shared an office one time with my daughter, Jamie, when she was about 12. She asked me a question every 2 minutes. I mean, we finally...
Well, she's very intelligent, Bob.
She's running our company
now. I don't know why she was asking you, though.
So, private office with a door that you can shut, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Number two, posture. That's probably the most critical thing for a physical therapist to understand and for you to relate to you. So I really like is this new desk by, I don't know if it's a new desk, by FlexiSpot. I don't know do you understand this name, Brad? VC Duplex? We'll have a link below for it. But anyway, what I like about it,
I think it's the idea they got
2 tiers.
Yep, 2 tiers. It's an adjustable. It really is a nice desk. I like the 2-tier thing, and we'll tell you in just a second.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't. And this one, actually, you can readjust it so it's completely flat, too.
Sure.
So you have both options.
Yep.
But for me, because of my height, I have to have my screen up fairly high when I'm working at the desk, because I don't want to be down like this and my head bent down the entire time, right? Reflection. So for me to get it up, if I put this device, it's an accessory device, and I clamp it to a regular table, it won't go high enough.
Sure.
It just won't.
Like right now, this is, really not high enough for you.
That's close. That's getting close. Now, my regular screen will attach to this thing right here, and that's high enough then.
Sure.
That goes up this high.
So this is a nice, it allows for 2 screens, and you can get that.
Yeah, they have all sorts of accessories at FlexiSpot like this too that you can clamp onto your desk.
Right.
Otherwise, you can sometimes just put a stand on top of the desk and put your laptop on top of that.
And then a wireless keyboard.
A wireless keyboard, a wireless mouse. Really, if you try to type up here, your arms are going to get sore.
Yes,
your shoulders are going to you're going to develop problems. So you want to make sure that everything, when I'm sitting here, this actually could go up a little bit higher yet, Brad.
Sure, go ahead. That's the beautiful thing about that desk. It really controllable.
So now, maybe a little bit higher.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Adjust it for yourself.
So you want the forearms to actually be almost level.
Yep.
So now I'm getting up to the height where this should be, right?
Yeah, see, it's all fitting into place.
There we go. Now that's comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, forearms level. This is vertical.
Right. If anything, having your forearms down a little bit is certainly acceptable.
A slight downhill lie there. So we're just like this. We're in a good position. We're ready to go. So I couldn't do this on a flat desk. It just wouldn't work for me.
Right. You need that extra 6 inches here to get it separated.
Right. Right. Now, obviously, you want to be able to go from, ideally, if you want the ideal setup, I want to be able to sit and stand.
Right. Throughout the day, alternate.
And what I actually use, Brad, I have this timer.
Sure.
And what this timer does is I actually can flip it
Oh,
it
now what's
starts
going on?
5 minutes.
What happens if you flip it again?
Now it's 15 minutes. You see that?
Oh, is that ever a cute
Yeah.
little deal? That
So
way you don't
that's-
have to keep reprogramming.
Right.
Saves time.
Right. You can do it on your phone, obviously, too. But so I just flip it, and I'm going to stand for maybe 15 minutes, and I flip it and just sit for 20 minutes, you know, however, whatever I want to do.
And I believe I know I took a course on this, and they said 20 minutes is a good, and that can vary from person to person, but just give you a general idea. But for sure, you don't want to stand or sit for more than 2 hours. And I think that's too long.
Right. I try to go maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it helps you with your, you become a little more aware.
Alert.
Alert.
There
I
we
was trying
go.
to look for that word.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
You were standing too long.
Yeah. That's right. I got to sit down for a while.
Oh, we'll work on
Now,
that.
you want to talk about some of the chairs, Brad?
Sure. I mean, should we talk about the seated chair?
Sure.
Because if you do have, you go to your seated position, obviously you need to lower this.
Right.
And you can program this for 4 different levels, so you don't have to sit here and hold
Right.
it. We don't have that right
You
now,
can just
but that works out really
push
nice.
the number 1 through 4 and pick out which level you want.
Now, this is a chair that I really like because it has all the different adjustments. If you just have a chair that goes up and down, that's a critical adjustment, but there's a number of other ones. This one has a wonderful lumbar support. These are they're mesh, so they don't get too hot.
Right.
But the lumbar support moves up and down to adjust to the person. The headrest goes up and down
Nice.
to adjust to the person. The arms, which I think a lot of chairs don't have, this button under here to lock up and down so that when you get the right, if I hear it's a little too high, there.
And
there
it
we
goes
go.
in and out too, Brad, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
these
it kind of
rotate.
spins. Yeah.
Which, if you're working here, if I'm going to adjust this properly, you rotate that so you can. Oh, it's sassing me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would drop it down a little bit more. Now, the chair itself, so that's armrest, backrest, headrest. We've got the up and down right here.
And
So-
5 casters.
5. Yes,
Yes.
down here. So it rolls around nicely.
Rolls, yes.
Yep. They got a lock on this side. So if you want to stretch back like this, you
And
can.
relax a bit. Obviously, you can't work when you're doing leaning
Right.
back like that. Maybe if you're thinking.
Break time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got room
Yeah.
for your head then, too.
And then you flip it, and now it's locked in. It cannot do that. This is an adjustment that I like. It goes forward and backwards, which a lot of chairs don't have. So this chair is one of my favorite chairs. It has a lot of adjustments, and the cost is very good because these chairs can get really expensive, the ones that have a lot of
Yeah, we'll
adjustments.
put a link below for that, too. By the way, this desk, is $284.99, which if you look among desks that raise up
Yeah.
electrically or with electric ability, this is an inexpensive desk.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
I
is.
think it's a good bargain.
When I saw that price, I did not think it was for this desk, and
Right.
I was pleasantly corrected. Now, if you're interested in getting a little activity, circulation, keep you alert while you're working, FlexiSpot does have this chair, which is obviously a bike, a stationary bike, and this has a nice adjustable chair so that, for example, here, I'm going to set it here. I can pedal. It's nice and smooth. By the way, it rolls very easily, but as soon as you put some body weight down on it, the back 2 casters lock in tight so you don't have to worry about getting, scooting around. Now I'm
That's
locked
actually
in.
my favorite feature of this
Yeah.
chair. It is so easy to move, Brad. You can use your couple of fingertips to move it around, and then once you sit on it, it locks in place.
Exactly.
So he can raise up the desk,
Right.
and he's got room to get his knees under
Yeah,
there.
because if your knees bump into that every time, it makes for a rough
rough
working.
going.
Yeah, because the computer's bouncing around every
You'll
time
be
your knee
coming,
hits.
you'll be coming to see us
That'd be
after a
kind-
while.
That'd be kind of fun to do. I'm going to get it under here. There we go.
There you go.
And there's resistance, and it tells you calories, timers
And
on
you
the
can
digital.
pedal slowly while you're working, just getting some movement.
But if you're getting frustrated while you work, maybe you need to burn off some energy. Go ahead and see what happens. This also has a mesh back, which is nice as far as heat, but you're probably not going to be leaning on this too long. You may, depends on the individual. But look at that posture. You're up here working
you're
well.
pedaling, you're losing weight.
So this is too tall for me. I'd adjust it for myself. But
exactly.
You make the adjustments as needed for your body.
So this is a sit-to-go pro bike chair, which I think, again, a really nice device. I think they've sold a lot of those.
See how nice it rolls out of the way?
All right. What else do we have here, Brad? I think we had one.
A lot of toys.
Last thing I was going to mention is some people like to have a mat to stand on when they are working at the desk. I do not like these, and I'll tell you why. It's fine for standing. It's comfortable. But as soon as I go back to my chair, I can't kick this around. It just doesn't kick very well.
Yeah.
And I can't pull it back.
Oh
my
goodness.
I can't pull it back.
Very easily, too.
And if you know me, I just don't like anything like this that I have to deal with all the time.
Well, yeah, because if you want to move your chair in there, then you got to literally bend over to pick it up and move it.
And to me, it was even worse when I went back to standing. I had to reach under the desk to grab it and pull it back into its place. I couldn't use my foot to put it in place.
That's a little annoying.
That's irritating. If you're standing on carpet, I don't think you need one. But,
the other option is you can put some cushions in your shoes on the inserts. They give you a little cush if you like that. Then they stay with your feet.
You know what I use for my chair? I use a Peach Choice to put my feet on.
You do?
Yeah.
Where's one?
Oh yeah.
These
should mention another product, but we do like Peach Choice.
I do love these. Matter of fact, I took them with me camping this weekend, and I used it out by the fire. I could sit on there, and I had to kneel down to get something underneath the trailer.
And when you ran out of wood, you put it on fire?
No, Bob. It makes black smoke.
Okay.
That means it's carcinogen.
Not good for you.
No, sir.
All right. So there we are. These are the things you want to keep in mind. One thing I forgot to mention, Brad, by the way, is lighting. Your lighting.
You should turn the lights on.
Well, with your lighting, ideally you want natural light to come in from the side. If you got natural light coming this way, it's going to mess with your eyes.
Yeah.
If it's natural light from behind you, it's going to mess with your screen.
Sure.
So it should be coming from the side. That's what I have in my room.
Can you got dimmers on your shades?
No, I don't, but I do have shades. Also, if I do Zoom meetings, I have to be aware my overhead lights get in the way, so I have to just have natural lighting.
Otherwise, you just get a silhouette and it looks
real dark
silhouette of you, and they can't see your face.
Exactly.
It's probably better off.
It's positive. That's right. So I know we're showing you a lot of things, but for the ideal setup, this is what we recommend.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing, Bob. It's getting better every year. Next decade from now, I don't know what's going to happen.
The robots will be working for us.
There you go. Watch them from a distance.
All right. Thanks.